welcome back to Zoller's Tip of the Week. My name is Matt Brothers, and this week we're going to be going over how to measure diameter and back taper. The measuring of diameter and back taper can be done a few different ways. So we can either use a snap gauge method, basically if you were to mimic using a set of micrometers, or if you want to find the maximum cutting diameter with the appropriate taper on that flute. So to do so, what we utilize is going to be our measuring program 470. And also, if you are measuring just a straight up cylindrical diameter, we can also utilize our measuring program 32. So let me show you how we get that started. So in this example here, we're going to be measuring on a 2-fluted drill. So I want to be able to measure the diameter and the back taper across that whole cutting edge. So to do so, what we're going to do is we're going to utilize our program 470, measure taper. Within our program 470, what we need to do is we need to specify our point where we want to measure the diameter at. In this case here, I'll just come down just a little bit below that corner point. Software is already defaulted to cutter shape 57, set up to measure on the cutting edge. If we have a nominal diameter, we can go ahead and put that in. For our drill, what we're going to be utilizing is the snap gauge method. So I'm going to select the snap gauge. Then if we do have a nominal for our tolerance, we can go ahead and put that in. So we're looking for, just say, call it 5/10 taper with a tolerance of plus or minus 1/10. So now we have it here as our differential Z value. How far down do we actually want to measure that taper at? So in this case here, we have is about a couple inch flute length. So in this case here, I'm going to come down about 2 inches. And in order to ensure that I'm on the same flute as I come down the tool, what I want to do is that I'm going to input the helix angle of that particular tool. It's 30 degrees. And then again, we also have the flexibility to change the different cutter shapes and whatnot, but since we're on the same diameter, we're going to go ahead and use the default of this measuring program. Now we can also specify the taper across that 2 inch, or in most manufacturing prints, we call out as a taper per inch. So that's just as easy as clicking on, turning on the option, clicking taper per inch. So now it'll do that calculation here for you automatically. So how does it look? So what it's going to do here first, it's going to focus in on the cutting edge and snap. We'll then go on the other side and repeat the process. Again, this is ensure that it's picking up the highest point of the diameter. Now it will automatically rotate down and stay exactly on the same flute, and then measure the other point. Again, very simple as if you were taking your micrometers up at the top, up at the bottom, and then subtracting the two values. And then the software will bring us back to our original starting point. So now, right here in our screen here, it's telling us that again, we'd have almost 5/10 worth of taper, and it's within specification. And the other nice thing about this is that when we use the snap gauge method, it will give us both diameters and also the taper angle. Now, if you do come across a situation where if I have an end mill or even our odd fluted tool to where it's an up sharp diameter, and I want to find the maximum cutting diameter that this tool will produce. So we're going to include the runout into the situation. So what we're going to do is that we're just going to turn off the snap gauge, and then we're just going to tell it how many cutting edges that are on the tool. So now it's going to measure the diameter and taper independently of each flute and then provide the maximum result. So it just did one side, moving to the other. Again, coming down to 2 inches along that helix, again staying along on the same flutes. Now, if you're looking to do some measurements here on the cutting tool shank, What we can do here is that we kind of want to now break up that measuring program 470 into one operation. That's going to be with our program 32, which is snap gauge. We'll go ahead and start a new step. 32. Let's go into the settings. So in this case here, there are no cutting edges on the diameter. So what we're going to do, we don't need it to focus. So we're going to say no focus on both the left and the right hand side. We're going to give it our nominal diameter. And one nice thing with the Pilot software is that the ISO tolerance is already built into the database. So for example, if this is a 12 millimeter shank and I want to specify it as an H6 tolerance, I can go ahead and type it in there. So with our tolerance class, we're going to go to H and then 6. So now that upper and lower tolerance is already inputted into those text fields. Now I don't have to go to my machinist handbook in order to find those values. So again, with our snap gauge method, measures on one side, directly over to the other, and now we're good. So that concludes this week's tip of the week on how to measure the diameter and back taper. I welcome you to go to myzoller.com to look at other tip of the week videos and other content that we have available for you. Please follow us on our social media, and until next time, have a good day.